Natalie, many people who are familiar with you may know that you started here locally,
Yes.
being known with the Timberwolves. How did you grow being with the Timberwolves and do what you do today?
Oh, that's a great question. I get asked that a lot by aspiring journalists and a lot of students. I think I was really lucky to not have to move out of my hometown. Typically in broadcast journalism, in news, or actually in any sort of broadcasting, typically you have to move around a little bit. I was lucky enough to enter into the on-camera world through the Minnesota Timberwolves as their in-arena host. But the thing is, it's hard to break into the field, but once you do, what you're doing is a walking, talking resume, because people are seeing that. And I noticed that's how I was able to move up, through being out there and other networks or producers or whoever seeing you. I mean, that's your resume. So if you're doing well, or at least trying to, and you get yourself noticed, then it's pretty easy to kind of stack things at that point.
All right. And then you've also been doing some radio work, not
Sure.
currently, but filling in some here and there.
Yeah.
You were for a brief time on KFAN and then My Talk 107.1. Is that something you're still interested in doing, is being a part of the radio programming world?
Very much. I love radio. I think it offers the format is so loose, and it really, with news is fabulous because it can be very polished, and obviously, being on air on television is much different than being on air and radio-wise. But there's just more room for discussion and opinions. And not necessarily your own opinion, but hearing other people's opinions. So
very interactive.
Yeah, you can dig way deeper into stories, I think, on the radio. So I've been filling in on CCO radio a little bit, which has been super fun. It's been a very different experience, though, because KFAN and My Talk, I always had at least one co-host, and at CCO radio, for the most part, you're flying solo. So my first time doing CCO radio was like a total mind exhaustion, because
a lot more preparation.
Yeah, I had never experienced just needing to speak for so long. It was really interesting, eye-opening.
Interesting. Okay. The next question, you obviously, as we've been talking about, have done a lot with sports. Did you play sports at all?
No.
Growing up?
Yes, a little bit. Growing up, I tried all sorts of things. My parents just let me kind of do whatever I wanted: gymnastics, dance, piano, soccer, softball. I was really into softball, and then in 6th grade my parents said, okay, we can tell you want to do something a little more seriously. Which one do you want to do, softball or a dance? And my poor father, I chose dance. He was probably like, softball, but I chose dance, and then grew up dancing, and then went on to dance professionally for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And yeah, so sports, I would say from 6th grade and earlier. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're participating.
Yeah.